beginners you can do. It's super simple. I'm going to get you started right away. You're going to hold your club with your pinky finger, kind of separating or cut in the middle of the ball at the end. Your hand is closed. It's relaxed, but it's closed firmly at the same time around so it doesn't come flying out of your hand. You're going to do that on both sides. These usually come in a set. You're going to put your heels together. Your feet turn out a little bit like a duck. You're just going to start by swinging. You don't go very high first. Pull your stomach up and in. Keep your abs tight. Tuck your chin as you warm up for this best beginner Indian club workout routine at home. You're going to start to go a little higher, and as you do that, allow your elbows to bend, and that's going to bring the clubs up and behind your back. I'm going to show you from the side. You're going to start to feel a stretch. It's going to build power in your grip, power in your shoulders. If you practice martial arts or self-defense, boxing, or you just want to get in shape, you need stronger, healthier shoulders. You're going to feel it in your forearms. And I'm going to have you separate your feet a little bit, and you're going to continue this basic swing. And you're going to add a little squat. You're going to start to involve more of your body. Again, keep your stomach tucked up and in, abs tight. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. You're going to feel your heart rate rising quickly, but it shouldn't be that uncomfortable as you get this warm up going. And start to get blood flowing everywhere. Bringing it up to your shoulders with this little squat. It's going to start to build power in your legs. All of your strikes in self-defense, knock somebody out, come through your legs, from the floor all the way up, through your shoulders, out to your hands. So it's great for self-defense. It's good to help to lean out your body too. Now I'm going to have you separate, bring your heels back together, turn your feet out like a duck, stomach up and in, abs tight, breathe through the nose, out through the mouth. Allow the weight of the club to move your arm. Now you're going to start, if you haven't started already, with a lightweight club. This is 2 pounds. Hello, Doug. It's good to see you. Thank you for that super chat. Bearded Gentleman's here. Alita's here. Matthew's here. Great to see you guys. I started with sticks. I started with an old broomstick cut in half because I didn't have Indian clubs. Back when I started, there was no Amazon. I think maybe there was. You could buy books. Probably before you could even buy books. But I had seen books. And you know, that's how we used to learn things, right? And you read in the book, and they have these old warriors training for hand-to-hand combat, building strength, speed, power, balance, coordination. And they were doing the best beginner Indian club workout routine. I don't know if they're at home or not, but in the book, I saw the Indian club. I don't think there was a place in my little farm town where I grew up where you could buy a pair. So I made my own. You can make your own too. Or you can go to the link below, get a pair on Amazon. They sell them in 1 pound or 2 pound to start. Don't go any heavier than that unless you've been doing it for a long time. This is enough to give you a great workout without injuring your body. Now the next exercise in this routine, you're going to do a mill. I'm going to show you how to get into it. You're going to start, again, your hands here at the end. You're squeezing, but you're not squeezing it so hard that you're losing color in your fingers. See, Silent Walk is here. Dragon Z7 and Zach Labs. It's good to see you. Nice to see you. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well. Your heels together, stomach up and in. Good to see you again, Doug. Thank you again for that super sticker. All you're doing is bending your elbow and you're bringing it in, and it's almost like you're hitching a ride. So your thumb is pulled out to the side. That means your knuckles are going to be facing the sky, and the long side is coming out of your thumb, as opposed to this. You don't want it to come up and look like this, When I work with you one-on-one in person, I'll see you do this a lot. I want you to make sure you're turning it to the side like that. Now, from this position, you're simply going to open your chest. And to do that, you pull your elbow to the side. You can see that's putting the club behind your head. Now, this is where you're going to think you might hit yourself in the head. I promise you won't. I've done this for over 30 years. I've never once hit myself in the back of the head, no matter how big the clubs are. And I've got some bigger, old style wooden clubs that are much bigger. I've never hit myself in the head. You won't either. Heels together, stomach up and in. Bring your elbow up. Fist, your palm is facing you. You're going to open that elbow, and then you're going to cast, just like you're casting a fishing pole or you're throwing a knife. You're going to let the weight do the work. You're going to cast it and let it drop and bring it back up. Open the elbow, cast. In, elbow out, cast. Once you get the motion, allow it to go on its own. You're going to do this. Time under tension is what we look for as we get older, instead of a number of repetitions. So instead of doing 25 or 15 or 12, go for 30 seconds with one arm. Doesn't matter which arm you start with, because you're going to do them both evenly. Now pay attention here to your heels together, toes turned out like a duck, stomach up and in, abs tight, tuck the chin a little bit. And then start the same way with that other hand. Just get this first motion really well. Make sure you're not sticking it up in the air, but you're hitching a ride, your thumbs out. Once you know you have that, open the elbow, cast, let it drop. Don't try to stop or control the weight. Your body knows how to do this. This is such a natural motion. You're going to feel blood rushing into your shoulders. Your shoulders, if you were anything like mine, I had shoulder pain for years until I started to really spend time with these Indian club swinging. And I just stuck with the beginner workout. I know a lot of more fancy things that we could do together, but the best beginner Indian club workout routine at home is this mill right here. I'm going to open that elbow and let it drop. Now, after you've done that, we're going to reverse the whole thing. With the first arm you used, you're going to pull it straight up. Now, see that your palm is facing behind you. So your hand is still closed, still in the same position. And now you're going to allow the elbow to bend, which will turn the wrist. And there's that hitchhiking. So you're just going in reverse. There's that thumb out to the side. Make sure it's not up. And then this time the cast comes inside, cutting through the center line of your body like a blocking motion. And you can see easily where this is going to build power in your grip, giving you stronger punches. If you use a self-defense cane, or you use a walking cane for self-defense, or any other weapon, or you're a boxer or a grappler, you need strong shoulders, you need a strong grip, you need strong wrists. And this is the best exercise that I've ever found to build a wicked powerful grip. One of the best beginner exercises. There are more advanced exercises, but this is the great way to get started. If you did this and nothing else, you had no other thing to do but the best beginner Indian club swinging workout at home routine, then you get plenty strong enough to defend yourself at any age and from any starting point. After you've done that, 30 seconds, the other hand, again, that palm is facing behind you. Then that elbow as you bring the wrist across your body. See how much past your head you go, and then you allow it to drop as you cast it through. Don't try to muscle the weight. Don't control the weight. Allow the Indian swinging club to do the work. Keep your stomach up and in, abs tight, tuck your chin, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. This is a mindfulness exercise too. This is a great way to do moving meditation. You can reduce your stress. One of the reasons I'm doing it today, my shoulders are tight from a lot of workout lately, a lot of push-ups, and my stress level is up as I go through a transition period having a new hip, having a heart attack from the hip, from the blood clot, changing jobs, life starts to come at you. Keep yourself safe, defend yourself from stress. Exercises like this, which improve mindfulness, reducing stress. All right, now that you've done that and you've come all the way through, we're going to go into the mill at the same time. So both hands come in and turn out. Now, I said you're never going to hit yourself in the back of the head, and I never have, but you will sometimes bounce them together in front of your body. Don't worry about that. It's just the sound, especially these hard plastic ones that, in the link below, if you go to Amazon, you'll see these are really inexpensive. You can get a whole workout because there's a lot of stuff you can start to do. Lunges as you bring them in. You can do your split lunges. You can do a lot of things with these. You can do a lot of wrist rolls, forward and back, coming in and coming out. So you can get a huge workout with just these for very little money, especially if you just have a little space in your garage or out back in a room in the house, as long as your ceilings will let you do it. You can do these sitting in a chair. You're gonna bring this in, out, elbows out, cast. And again, it's that same motion you just did, but you're doing them at the same time. Make sure when you pull it out, you really pull those elbows apart so that you open your chest. That's going to assist you. You're going to bring in more oxygen as you do that, and then cast. And as you do this motion, you can cast it higher, in the middle, you can cast lower. And everywhere you go, however high you go or low you go, you're going to feel it's going to hit the backs of your shoulders in a different way, giving you a great exercise, a great workout. Or just go slow at first and put them just in the middle. And notice that when you bring them in, one time your right hand is going to be forward, and then the next time your left arm is going to be in front. So this time your right arm is in front. This time your left arm is in front. Of course, I want you to see that so that you can make that alternating pattern also. And once you've done this for 30 seconds, reverse it, cutting it in. It's the same thing. You can bring it higher before you start to bend those elbows. You can start lower. And you're going to feel this burning out your forearms at some point. But make sure your grip is closed and relaxed at the same time. You don't want to be squeezing and changing the color of your skin because the blood's not flowing to your hands. Your hands should not be cramping up. If they are, slow it down or go a little bit lighter at first. Like I said, you can start with a stick or collie sticks. If you have the tanbo, you can start with that. And you might not have to. Maybe you have one. So just do one hand. Once you're done, put it in the other hand, do the other hand. Now, the next exercise, we're going to stay with this mill, heels together, toes out, stomach up and in, abs tight, tuck the chin, breathe through the nose, out through the mouth. Those are the basic, you say those over and over again in your head. Stomach up and in, abs tight, tuck the chin, in through the nose, out through the mouth, heels together, toes out. Remind yourself, and then your technique will improve faster. You can even write that down, put it on a piece of paper that you look at while you do it. Tuck your chin, stomach up and in, abs tight. Normally I'd say shoulders back and down, but this is going to get your shoulders back and down. Heels together, toes out. Then you're going to do one at a time. And they're going to kind of chase each other. Now, yours might not be as smooth as mine are from the start, but I've been doing it 30 years. So give yourself some grace, get your ego out of the way. Allow yourself to be bad at something first until you're really good at it. Most people quit way too soon. Allow yourself to stink, and then one day you'll master it because you were okay with not being good at first. You realize that the thing that we all realize, I wasn't born doing this, so I'm going to have to learn it somehow. And you can see, you can play with the rhythm a little bit and where you push it. You can play with the speed, go faster, go slower, you can go a little bigger ranges of motion. Really stretch that out. But one's chasing the other one. When you're ready, almost Hit myself there, forgot what I was doing. Switch it up, bringing it inside. And do this one for 30 seconds. But you're gonna go through that routine from the beginning. Hello, Alita. Thank you for that super chat, that super sticker. Really appreciate that. Ingrid, it's great to see you. It is very satisfying. It's like I said, to me, it's a moving meditation. Yeah, Silent Walk says it's a great workout as well. Matthew says perfect for apartments. Amen to that. Yeah, Doug says some days our crosses we have to carry seem a bit heavier. And it's something I've been thinking about a lot, Doug, and I know this will resonate with you, I think. It's not always supposed to be easy. And as we get older, it's not easy. It gets harder and it gets harder. But we have a great example. We look up and stay mindful, stay in prayer, stay grateful, stay thankful for all the things that we can do instead of looking down in the gutter, in the dirt, in the basement, thinking about all that we've lost, what we can't do. And Ilker or Iker, it's good to see you. Thank you for being here. But just don't give up. Don't quit. Push yourself. Allow yourself to go slowly. Crawl, walk, run is what we said in the Army. The Marine Corps, they just screamed in your face and made you do it. The Army had all those things. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast, crawl, walk, run. Marine Corps is like, here's a foot. You better get it done. But, it's two different missions, especially, when you're young and you first go in and you go through boot camp. They're not crawl, walk, run. You better get up and do it. But when you do this, and as you get older, especially you want to pick up something new and allow yourself to grow and get better, crawl, walk, run. Be bad at it. Get a little bit better. Get a little bit better. Put your ego aside. Know that as long as you don't give up, as long as you don't quit, you'll get there. Thank you, Matthew, for that super chat, for that super sticker. Really appreciate that. We have to work with what we have. I saw the EKG. I went to the VA for the first time. For those of you who have been there, we've got a great VA down here. I had such a positive, awesome experience, and I dreaded it. I had been putting it off for so many years. I didn't ever want to go to the VA because of an experience I had when I was really young, just out of the Marine Corps, and I didn't like it. But back then, there were a lot of problems. It was famous for problems, and I think under the last administration, a lot of those problems were cleaned up. I know for a fact under the last administration, a lot of it was cleaned up, and it was just some great people there, really helpful. But I had the EKG, and the EKG showed a lot of abnormalities as a result from the heart attack that I had. That was a result of the hip replacement I had. It was a blood clot. And it's frustrating. You see something, you see it in black and white, you see it in paper. It's a document that says these are some real limitations. You can have all your positive thinking in your head you want, but here, look at this. And it is what it is. So you say, okay, that's where I am. Those are my limitations. And I'm going to keep walking, one foot in front of the other. If you can't walk, you crawl, you do whatever you can, you keep moving. All right, so we're going to add to what we're doing a little bit. I do want to go back to the wrist. So now you're really warmed up. I saved these wrist exercises for last because when you are in my workout, when you do the best beginner Indian club workout training at home routine, you want to warm up the big muscles first. You want to go for the shoulders, the chest, the back, the forearms, the legs. We did those squats at the beginning. And then we worked down to the small muscle groups, and in this case, the wrists. And for you and I, we're going to build powerful forearms, powerful wrists for self-defense, for striking. If we have to defend ourselves and our family, we want to get as strong as we can, especially in those areas. And a powerful grip. These will give you a wicked grip. So your hands are closed. Again, here at the bottom, you're cutting that right in the middle, and your thumbs down. And here, Libby says do the rear. I'll show you the rear here in a minute. I think she said roar, but maybe we meant the rear. I'll show you from behind what it looks like. But from here, I'm going to twist, and you're going to keep them up close to your body. And again, I've never hit myself in the face. You're not going to hit yourself here. But what you are going to do is build a lot of strength in those wrists. You're going to do this for 30 seconds. We want time under tension. You want to do this long enough that the muscle changes, the blood gets in there, the plasma gets in the blood, or the plasma gets into the muscle and starts to let it heal and grow. After 30 seconds, you're going to just drop it into the reverse. So it looks like this. Once you've done this one for 30 seconds, we're going to go back to that first one, and I'm going to have you go here and then drop them and swing them and bring them back up. So you're going to drop them on the way down, twist them on the way back, heels together, the balls of the feet are turned out like a duck. Stomach up and in, abs tight, breathe through the nose, out through the mouth. Go slowly on this one, especially, I'm using 2 pounds. I brought a bunch out of storage so we can do some more workouts here in the garage. Bunch of different weapons. Grab the tonfa, grab some of the collie sticks, grab some more staffs, and I grabbed a bunch of Indian swinging clubs because I feel like this is one of the original self-defense tools, right? And when this was, if you go back to the beginning of civilization and people are getting together and people are hunting and defending themselves from each other, they're using sticks, knives. Well, before that, they were using their teeth, their hands, their knees, their elbows. It's just fighting like an animal, which is where we have this animal in us that's coming out, right? This tiger that's coming out. We've got our claws and our fangs. And then we start to use our brain, and we leverage what we have. So we have a stick with a club with a rock on it. And that's all this is. And a lot of people forever, and they still do. I mean, people still will pick up a club and bash somebody, either in self-defense or in violence. But it's one of the original self-defense tools, one of the most effective that you can ever get, because it's heavy enough to break a skull for self-defense. And so it doubles as that. If you want to carry these with you, most people will not see them as a weapon. They'll think it's a bowling ball. You can tell them that you juggle them. Although if they say, well, show me, you'll be in trouble because these are kind of, unless you can actually do it. They look like, bowling pin. But what it really is it's a fighting club. It's a war club. Use to club someone or something to get what you want. In our case, self-defense, to make them stop trying to hurt us or our family or whatever. But as you do this, your strength grows, your fitness grows, your mental health improves because of the moving meditation aspect, especially if you focus on your breathing while you go through the motion. Once you can get this down, I want you to bring it forward and back. And the reason you're going to do this is it's going to keep stress in a good way, positive stress on the shoulders, to make them stronger for self-defense. So you're just bringing them out and bringing them back. And you're going to see the muscles in your arm will start to get stronger and they'll start to pop a little bit. Ben asks, do you find that these improve reaction time? Absolutely. Anytime you put weights in your hands and you start going through a range of motion, when the weights come out, you're going to block faster, you're going to hit much faster. I can tell you for a fact that when I would actively train with these, when I had the dojo open, the school open, I would train with these and then train collie sticks. My collie sticks were faster. Train these, train with cane. Like cane hits faster. All my punches are faster. All the elbows are faster. So absolutely, you get a lot stronger and your reaction time is faster. Tony says, thanks for the lesson. Thanks for being here, Tony. Salute. Doug says he's been practicing with the tonfa on his heavy bag. It feels so good, right? There's another moving meditation. Doug says it also helps his grip strength. Keith says, get the collie sticks. Amen. Get collie arnis, eskrima, whatever you want to call them. But get a pair, make a pair. They're 24, 26, 28 inches. Usually they're made in rattan, peeled or unpeeled. Or if you don't have those, get an old broomstick that's made out of wood, cut it in half, and start training. If you learn how to fight with sticks, you can defend yourself because there's sticks everywhere in our environment, all around us. All right, from here, I'm going to have you progress a little bit, and I'm going to warn you, you might not get it the first time. So don't give up, don't quit. Don't, like I said, almost everybody quits too soon. And I'll tell you what too soon is whenever you quit. Whenever you quit, that was too soon to quit. Don't ever give up. Don't quit. Don't surrender. All the words, right? Now from here, let one rest on your shoulder and then cast the other one out. Bring it in and separate them. And be mindful, be aware of what's happening. Think about that range of motion. And at some point, as one is coming out, start to push the other one in. Or as one is coming in, start to push the other one out. And work with this. You're going to get brain elasticity or plasticity, which is the key to living longer, healthier. You want your brain to stay flexible. If you can't do this yet, or even if you can, this is going to really improve and help that. You can do this going down. I find it's actually a little bit easier when you're going down than it is when you're going forward. But again, the value of going forward from this position and keeping them up is that you're going to feel, especially the backs of your shoulders. A lot of people have strong shoulders in the front, especially if they work out or they do the gym or they do push-ups. But the backs of the shoulders are not as strong. You need the front head of the shoulder, the side head of the shoulder. There are three muscle groups here. They're not the three heads of them, the deltoids, the shoulder, the front, the side, and the back. And the anterior, the medial, and the posterior. But if you get that back strong, you're going to have a stronger shoulder altogether. And I think it also makes you look stronger, makes you healthier, gets your shoulders back and down, makes you look taller, more likely or less likely to be a target from somebody. The way you carry yourself is really important. We want to carry ourselves, our shoulders back and down, stomach up and in, abs tight, breathing through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, and all the things you need for the best workout routine with your Indian or beginner Indian club workout routine at home. It's all about posture. And then that improves your posture when you walk about your day, you go out of the house, you carry yourself in a different way. You'll feel more powerful, you'll feel stronger, and then that translates into being less and less of a target to that punk or thug or opportunist who wants to hurt somebody. You become less and less likely as somebody that they want to go after because you look like you're confident and you're strong. And that's all posture. And this is amazing. These Indian Swinging Club routines are amazing for building that posture. Now, one more kind of a more progressive thing like the last one, I'm going to have you split your grip or your stance. And so one foot's in front of the other one. And don't overthink it. It doesn't have to, for those of you martial artists out there, it doesn't have to be perfect. And a perfect front stance or tiger stance or whatever you want to call it stance. It's just one foot in front of the other. Looks like this from the front. And you're going to push it down and you're going to turn 180 degrees and bring it back. Turn 180 degrees and bring it back. I'll show you from this side. You're going to start here, and then you're going to turn, pivoting on your heels. Pivoting on your heels, not the balls of the feet. Again, you martial artists, most things we do pivot on the balls of the feet. Not all, but most. On this one, your whole foot turns, and it's going to pivot on the heel. So from here, you go down, and you just let it swing. And again, you want the weight to turn you. You want the weight of the club to pull you to the other side. Once you get the motion, add that turning as you go forward. Once you get that motion, add this turning as you pull it up. So now you're spinning down and spinning up. This is a huge calorie burner because now you're moving every part of your body. And most people don't know this, but your brain burns more sugar than your muscles do. So your brain is going to have to concentrate and think, especially at the beginning when you first get it down. And so you're going to cut into that fat and start burning that fat and liquidate that fat and get that fat out of there. I'm talking about myself right now. Because your brain is going to burn off the easy fuel, the blood sugar, and then it's going to tap into your fat stores because you're depleted. And anytime you do something that's complex in your mind like that, not only are you expanding your capacity, your mental capacity, you're getting smarter, but you're also getting more fit, getting leaner, because you have to think, keep from smashing yourself in the face. And again, I've never done it. I know you won't either. So don't be afraid of it. But start slowly. And again, start with 2 sticks. If you need to, go to the link below. If you want to buy a pair from Amazon, they're very inexpensive now. When I was a kid and getting started, I made my own because there was nowhere I could find. Maybe the back of some magazine sold them somewhere, but I never had money to send away for anything from the back of a magazine. I don't know about you. Willie Webster says, technique that he learned, even if you know how to fight, always play the scared victim. I don't agree with that, but I might be missing some of your point. So I'll leave it at that. Akuma, this is why I'm here. Doug, couldn't be said any better. Epsilon, careful, you're going to break something. I've never broken anything with these, so don't be afraid, you will either. Lance, here from France, I think. I'm sorry, my flag recognition is not what it used to be. Silent Walk, great teacher, simple and effective methods, detailed. Thank you. We appreciate that. Yeah, biology, all about biology. Akuma, will it help in the zombie apocalypse? If you think about the zombie apocalypse and you watch any of those TV shows or whatever, you know that the zombie can only be taken out when you take out his head. This is the most effective head smashing tool for self-defense that you'll ever see. So yes, definitely bring it with you. KJK says, learned about it in college. It's a great workout. Absolutely. Doug says, pain is the best teacher. It can be for sure. It's also a great humbler, and we all need to be taught humility from time to time. Rookwood says, yo, it's good to see you, Rookwood. Silent Walk, Canada. Welcome, Canada. Alita, thanks again. Alita, thanks to you for, Alita, Doug, thanks for those super chats, the super stickers. Tony, thanks for being here. Thanks everybody for being here. I really appreciate it. And Matthew, thank you for that super sticker. I really appreciate it. You guys help me out a lot. Like I said, I'm in a transition period. So I'm using these now. I got these. I went looking for these today because as I look for what's my next step in my career and what I'm going to do with the school and all the other things I'm thinking about, my stress has been a little bit higher. You got to laugh when you have more stress. That helps. Breathe. I start in prayer every morning. Start with all the things I'm grateful for, all the things I'm thankful for. I breathe. I close my eyes. I force my mind to calm. I have a clearing mantra that I use, a little clearing prayer. And then I exercise. And I find that when I can do an exercise that has a repetitive motion, which moves all the body, and that's what the best beginner Indian club workout routine at home is, then it becomes a moving meditation for me. I end up like this, pouring sweat at the end. So I know I've tapped into some of the fat stores. It's also hot here in the garage, South Florida, but it's good for your mental health. So these things will give you a wicked, powerful grip. You'll hit people harder for self-defense, especially when you stick that little knuckle out there. Maybe hit them with the thumb, but your grip is going to be so much more powerful. Your shoulders, stronger, healthier. Your elbows, your chest is going to be stronger. Your back is going to be stronger. It's going to help all those things, and it's going to help calm the mind and act as stress relief. So you're going to live longer too. You guys have been awesome. I will see you on the next one of these. We're going to do these. Like I said, I brought a whole bunch of different. Kelly says you subscribe. Thank you, Kelly, for subscribing. Kelly Gaming. Tyree, how many push-ups can I do straight? Last time I did them, we had a men's thing, men's event day, and they had push-up competition. I was there with my son. Now, there was a man who beat me, but those weren't push-ups. I think I did 107. He ended up doing 115, but his were this. I did 107 that any Ranger or Green Beret or Marine would count as a push-up. So I did 107 in a row. I've done more than that in the past, and then that was like the fourth time I did it, because what I did was I pumped out like 88, and then no one hit that for a while because it's like an all-day event. And then you go through all these different things, and I came back. I was doing push-ups and the plank, pull-ups, the hang, dead hang. I think I was dominating for a while that day. And then after a while, these different people, young guys, stronger guys, who knows, would come by and push the records up. Then I'd go back in and I'd do it again. So it was the fourth time at the end of the day, I had 107. And it was time, it was in 2 minutes. So I ran out of time too. I think if I kept going, Lugo, good to see you from Ireland. I'm not going to do the push-ups now, but we'll do the push-ups in another one. What car do I drive? I just drive an older SUV. It's big like me. It gets me where I want to go. It's a very solid car. It's easy to work on. I work on a lot of it myself. Thank you for that. All of the good emojis. So I'm going to bring in the next one. I think we might do Tonfa, and I'll show you the Tonfa and the PR-24. PR-24 is a side handle baton that law enforcement carries, and it's very effective for self-defense. Some people can carry it. Some people are not allowed to carry it. A lot of stores won't even sell it to you unless you're law enforcement. But I'll bring that in, and I'll show you how to use that and how that relates to the Tonfa, which you can have a pair of and carry. And the Tonfa is the Japanese Okinawan side handle baton. So very effective, one of my favorite self-defense weapons. I think that'll be the next one we do. Hopefully we'll get it out tomorrow. But you guys have been awesome. Again, thank you for being here. Thank you for those super chats. And I know some of you guys come on after and give me the super thanks. So I appreciate those. Thank you for those very much. And if you want a pair of these, please check the link below. I do get, I think like 20 cents or something. It's not a lot. I get a couple, it adds up over time, but it's never added up to much, but it helps a little bit. Yeah, Doug says it makes a person believer. Anyway, you guys have been awesome, and I will see you in a little bit. Thank you.